Good morning, algebra students. Give you a little perspective here. It is Saturday morning. And yeah, I am faithfully making you guys some videos because I love you. Okay, anyway. So this is 3-9 harder literal equations, which is just a continuation of 3-8. So keeping in mind that literal equations are just equations with lots of different variables, and it's just like solving normal equations, there's just less math involved. So these ones are just a little bit more complicated. So this example 1 over here, solve the following equation for x sub 1. That is how you read that. That is read as x sub 1. The sub coming from it's a subscript, like a smaller, almost like the opposite of an exponent. You know how an exponent is a smaller raised number? A subset, or sorry, not a subset, a subscript is like a lower, smaller number, if that makes any sense. So when we read this, we can read this as like y1 minus y2 is equal to m times x1 minus x2. Those little ones and those little twos, or just x1. Those little ones and those little twos, they're attached to the x and to the y's. They're attached. So it's attached, and you can't separate it. The 1 is attached and you can't separate it. I'm going to have to maybe redo this. This is a little schmeh. All right, so we're solving for x sub 1. So, or just x1. The first thing you might be seeing is to distribute that m to both pieces, which is an okay first step, but I'm going to encourage you. Now let's just do the distribution. That's what you guys do best anyways. So y1 minus y2 is equal to m times x1 minus m times x2. And again, I'm solving for x1. I want x1 to be by itself. So in order to do that, I'm going to add mx2 over plus mx2. And so again, none of these pieces are like terms over here. So I have y1 minus y2 plus m times x2 is equal to m times x1. A little complicated, but not too bad. There's x and the y, those 1s and 2s are just attached to them. So final step here to get my x1 by itself, or my x sub 1 by itself, would be to get rid of the m, which is being multiplied. So the opposite of multiplication is division. And just keeping in mind that you do need to divide that m by all of the pieces in that equation, not just 1 or 2 of them, every single piece. So a little bit of simplifying here gives us a final answer of, and I'm just going to write it, no, I'll just write it this way. y1 over m minus y2 over m plus those m's cancel and leave me with just x2. And that is equal to my x1, which was what I wanted to begin with. So really, really ugly looking equation there, but not too bad. Not too bad math-wise. So there's that example 1.